Hello, you guys, and welcome to my first episode of Real, Raw, and Relatable. And I know that I am in my car, and it is not your typical podcast scene, but my goal this year was just to push the content out that God has been calling me to do, and He has called me to do a podcast for such a long time now, and I have been waiting to have the perfect setup, to have the perfect spot, to have the perfect timing, perfect anything, right? And this year, I'm forcing myself to not do that and to just take action and to perfect things as I go. And I just really feel like the car is my most safest place to film a podcast because one, my roommates won't be coming in and then shocking me and then I get all shy and then the podcast gets interrupted. And two, my car has been the place that I have felt God in my most lowest moments. I've had so many intimate conversations with Him in the car, and I also apologize if the cars passing by is distracting, but I just really feel like this spot in particular means a lot to me because God met me in this spot where I'm parked when I was trying to figure out how to get closer to Him. I just got out of a really toxic relationship. And also the lighting, the natural lighting in this spot is A1, so I never have to worry about lighting. So yeah, I feel like the theme for this year is to just do it. Whatever God called you to do, just do it. Stop waiting for the perfect time because there's never going to be a perfect time. And I want to kind of show you guys that if you have a voice, if you have a vision, if you have something that God is calling you to, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to execute and God will do the rest, right? So your job is to be obedient and to just take action on what He has told you to do, and then He will do His part, right? And yeah, I just feel like me trying to pick the most perfect spot for a podcast and the perfect setup is the biggest thing that has held me back. But I literally have my phone. It's an iPhone. It has good quality. I might be upgrading soon. And then I have a mic. So that's literally all I need. And you guys aren't going to listen to me because I have a perfect setup. You're going to listen because of what value I bring in this podcast and just the content of the content, if that makes sense. And I hope that this year I just give you guys some sort of inspiration and motivation to finally just take action with the changes that you want to make in your life, because I know what it feels like to be doubtful of what He's called you to, because in your head you're kind of like, why me, right? But why not you? And I feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, and since this is my first episode, I should kind of introduce myself to you guys. But my name is Gelasia. I am 28 years old and I live in Vegas, and I am a born again Christian. I gave my life to Christ about 2.5 years ago. And it has been a journey for sure, but it has been a journey that I am grateful I am walking in, because ever since I gave my life to Christ and really took my relationship with Jesus seriously, that was when I just felt more peace. I felt more clarity, and no matter what things gets thrown my way, whatever obstacle, whatever trial, I know that I can lean on Jesus and He will help me through it and just be the strength that I need when I am weak, because it says in His word, my power is made perfect in weakness, right? So when we are at our lowest, that's when He works the most, and that's when we can really see His power move, right? That's what the verse says. But anyways, just a little backstory as well. I used to cringe whenever anyone would mention Jesus. I used to cringe whenever I would land on those videos. And funny thing as well, my 14-year-old brother at the time, okay, he was only 14, he gave his life to Christ. He is one of the biggest reasons why I started my journey in the first place. And since him and I are 10 years apart, I just felt really close to him because, one, I knew that I wanted to be a mom as soon as I held him. I was like, okay, babies, they're definitely for me. I want to be a mom when I grow up. And so I helped my mom raise him and always like changed his diapers, fed him, whatever. So I feel like he's kind of my son in a way, but he's all grown up now. But at the time, since I cared about him so much and he gave his life to Christ and he would always talk to me about Jesus, at the time, I was very closed off because I was into crystals at the time. I was into manifesting and everything. And I was also in a relationship that wasn't open to Christianity either, because I feel like he had church hurt and religion hurt. So he also was not open to it. So whenever my brother would talk to me about Jesus, about Christianity, there was something like in me. And I realize now that the reason why I felt so offended and felt that heaviness in my chest whenever he would talk about Jesus is because there was like a spirit in me that did not like that, right? Whenever we don't like someone or somebody doesn't like us, it's not the person, it's the spirit that's in us, if that makes sense. So the spirit in me did not like the spirit in him because he had the Holy Spirit. And when he was living with his grandparents for I think about a year, and he didn't want to move back to Vegas because our home life just wasn't that great, and his one condition to move back is that somebody needed to take him to church. And since I loved him so much and I wanted him to move back, I didn't want him to be with his grandparents. I just wanted him to be with us during his high school years. I told him that I will take him to church, and I only knew one person that went to church, and I asked her, hey, what church do you go to? You're the only person that I know who goes to church consistently. And she mentioned City Light, and so we went. And literally the first time that I came to City Light, I bawled my eyes out, and I remember exactly what song it was. It was Gratitude by Brandon Lake. And funny enough, when I got baptized, I listened to the song that was playing when I got baptized, and it was Gratitude. And I just think it's really nice how he showed up for me in that way, even though it is so tiny. But I didn't even realize that that song was playing, and I didn't realize that it was the same song that was playing when I first went to church. And to see now how he showed up for me that day is the sweetest thing ever. The sun is out right now and it looks so nice. But anyways, giving my life to Christ has been the best decision I have ever made, and I've learned so much. And I just want to give back all of the wisdom and all of the knowledge that he has taught me, and also the people around me. So that's exactly what I want to do with this podcast. I just want to be real, raw, and relatable. So that's why I called it that. I actually originally thought of this title with one of my friends when we were trying to film a podcast. And I want to give her credit. Her name is Ria. Right now, we don't really talk anymore, but I don't think we ended in bad terms. I just think that our lives just got super busy, and it's really hard as an adult to nurture all of your friendships and relationships. I still love her so much. I'm grateful for our friendship, and I do want to give her credit for helping me think of this title. I never want to just take credit for something that I know that someone else helped me with. So If you are watching this, Ria, again, I thank you and I pray that you have success in whatever you are doing in this season of your life. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what this podcast is going to be about. I am going to try not to be perfect about it. I just want to throw content out there and to stop letting my perfectionism stop me from just trying. And I hope that this can inspire you guys to also do the same. You don't have to show up perfectly. You just need to show up and you will perfect it along the way. 2026 is the year of taking action. You are no longer going to sit on the sidelines. You are no longer going to wait for things to happen, because you can't ask God to change your life if you are not taking action yourself, okay? So take that leap of faith, do something. Doing something is better than doing nothing. So if you do take that leap of faith and you fail, great, at least you tried, right? Go another route, try another way. Because the only way that you are going to figure out if something is for you is if you actually try. So that is basically it for this first episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and share if you feel led to. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.